Paul was always the one who was really happy with the public, and he was very forward. He could speak a little German, so he was saying, "Hallo, wie geht's?" And he was really doing quite a conversation with the audience. And he was always the front man for the public. John was always subdued in the background, made little jokes, but internal jokes. He was more making the jokes to George or to Stuart or to Paul, and they had a ball on stage. But he was not the one. Maybe he would just say one title or make a little joke about Germans and saying "Heil Hitler" or something like that. When you look at it from the outside, you didn't even look for a leader because the band was so great. You know, George was singing, Paul was singing, John was singing. So to the outside, there was no way of telling who a band leader was. In the very first place, I thought it was Stuart Sutcliffe, because Stuart came first on stage and he had those sunglasses on. He looked stunning, beautiful man. I thought, this is the boss. But it wasn't the case. He just went over, plugged his bass in and started playing, and then you already then bit by bit, you got to know all the people in the band, but you couldn't say, I mean, Pete Best was definitely not the leader of the band. Liverpool people in general have a crazy sense of humor. I love it. I mean, I love it to death, and if I'm in Liverpool and there's a taxi driver and he's rapping on, they have a certain type of humor which all of them have. Ringo has it, George has it, John has it, Paul has it. They all have that sort of humor. And still, even though they have that same humor, it comes out in different ways. With Paul, it comes out a little sweeter and more openly, and with George it was very, nobody really knows this, but George had a very, very sarcastic type of, very biting sense of humor, and John had that too. It was more a biting, angry type of humor, and Paul was always on the friendly side. And I think it's great, and that's why I keep on saying this, and I have to do it, because that's why they are so great. Because the one was the happy guy, the other one was the more introverted. But funny and quick humor they all had, and still do, whoever is left.